Wavering steadiness by which through concentration one controls the activities of the mind, the life breaths and the senses, that, O Partha Arjun, is of the nature of goodness. Shri Krishna says that the unwavering dhruti, steadiness, by which through concentration of the yoga of meditation one controls the activities of the mind, the life breaths and the senses, that dhruti, steadiness, is of the mode of sattva, goodness. Let us try to understand this a little. The unwavering dhruti, steadiness, by which one controls the activities of the mind, the life breaths and the senses, and joins them with a means to liberation, then this is called dhruti, steadiness, of the mode of sattva, goodness. Saints give a very nice example, which I like so much. If there is an insect in a village and it's holding onto a big piece of gold, jaggery, and it's stuck onto it, then if you try to pick up the insect and pull it, then the insect itself will break into pieces, but it will not leave the goal, the jaggery. In the same way, the seeker who does not give up his goal, dharma, or his path, even if his life goes, such a resolve is called dhruti, steadiness, of the mode of sattva, goodness. Deham patayami pa karyam sadhayami. My body may break, but I will attain the goal that I have set. This steadiness is called dhruti, steadiness of the mode of sattva, goodness. Dhruti is steadfastness and steadiness of attention. So the thoughts that the human being has, so the human being becomes. If a person has thoughts of the mode of sattva, goodness, then he becomes of the mode of sattva, goodness. Nobody can give us pleasures or pains in our lives. What we think happens. So our thoughts, so we become. A person had wealth, but every half an hour at night time, he would wake up and tell his wife that, is the house closed properly? Have you closed the house properly? Have you put a padlock by the door? Have you closed the treasury box properly? The wife said that everything is closed properly. The person said, what if a thief comes? What if a thief comes? 40 years went like this. Every night he would keep asking questions like this. 40 years went, and then both of them became elderly of the ages of around 65. At that time, one night a thief came, and this person was sleeping. The thief caused some banging noise, and the wife woke up. As soon as the wife woke up and saw that the thief was there, the wife gestured to the thief that, shh. She said that you have come, and it's very good that you have come. Do one thing, I'll wake up my husband, and he'll get some satisfaction that he was worrying for 40 years, and that the thief has finally did come. Perhaps he might think that he worried every night and said every night to close everything, close everything, close everything, yet no thief came. Now he will think that what he has been saying was meaningful. This is because every time I told him to go to sleep because nobody was coming, you have come to stay there, so he'll get satisfaction. Psychologists say that what a person constantly thinks about, he pulls that towards him. This is what the Gita calls dhruti, steadiness. That is what Western thinkers call positive thinking. If you get great thoughts and you think that I will be happy, I wish to attain the Supreme Soul, and I will do so, God is mine, constantly and all the time, then God can never stay away from you, and you constantly get success. But the reason why people in society today are unhappy is because they have a lot of thoughts of success. People say that we looked after the children now, and who knows whether our children grow up and look after us or not. The person who keeps thinking about this for 20 years, such a person's child will not look after him. This is because he has given these vibrations. These negative vibrations reach the other person's mind that, will he not look after me? Will he not look after me? Will he not look after me? Now, no matter what the child does, such a knot has been tied in his mind that even in the nicest behavior of all, the child, this person will see something bad, and ultimately he will push this nice child away from him. The reason for this is that he had kept thinking thoughts like this. He has kept thinking negative thoughts. The person who keeps constantly thinking about thoughts of sorrows, sorrow will come to such a person's life. And even if there are in reality circumstances of unhappiness, one who constantly keeps thinking about thoughts of unhappiness, during these circumstances, such a person can never be sad in life. It depends on our mind what our power of steadiness is like. I always say that you should only think thoughts of success, and that you should only think positive thoughts. You should think that I will be successful, I will do it. The journey of the whole Gita is this. In the first chapter, Arjuna said, "Oh God, how can I fight this battle? They're all my own ones, so how can I kill them?" God said, "Sit down. Why are you saying that you would not be able to do this? Kutastva kashmanam iddam vishame samupashitam anata yustam asvargam akirtikaram Arjuna. Whence has come to you this stain, this dejection of spirit in this hour of crisis? It is unknown to men of noble mind, not cherished by the Aryans. It does not lead to heaven on earth. It causes disgrace, Arjuna." Really think about it independently, that why were Arjun's thoughts good or bad? People say, what a poor person. People call Arjun a poor person. He said, why should I go to war, God? I should let these people out the kingdom, and I will go to the jungles. Yadi mam aprikaranam ashram sashta apanaya tatrashta rane bhanyus tanme shatram bhavet. Far better for me would it be if the sons of the Drashta with weapons in hand should slay me in battle while I remain unresisting and unarmed. Arjuna has spoken big things, and this was escapism. These were weak thoughts, and that is why Shri Krishna says, Kutasva kashmaram iddam vishame samupashitam anata yadustam aswargam akirti kararam Arjuna. Whence has come to you this stain, this rejection of spirit in this hour of crisis? It is unknown to men of noble mind, not cherished by the Aryans. It does not lead to heaven on earth. It causes disgrace to Arjun. He asked Arjun where this weakness has come to him from. Arjun thought that when I say all of this to God, then God will be happy and begin applauding me. Rather, God insulted him in the 3rd verse of the 2nd chapter. Klebyam masma gama Pārtha ne atatva upadyate shudram hirdayam dorbalyam fakto atishya param tapa. Yield not to this impotence, O Pārtha Arjun, for it does not become you. Cast off this petty faint-heartedness and arise, O oppressor of the foes. Shri Krishna told Arjun not to be impotent. If I were to say it in simple and straightforward language, then this is what God said to Arjun. God said that this does not suit Arjun. Arjun had spoken about not killing his loved ones, but he was still called impotent. Yes, because these are weak thoughts of Arjun. If he had strength, then he should show it by gaining victory. Look at this. After winning the battle, God did not insist much to the Pandavas that they should rule the kingdom. No, God's job was to destroy Adharma, and this was done. Then Shri Krishna did not insist as much afterwards. When Mother Kurti then said that he took the Pandavas to Bhishma to listen to Bhishma's message, but God said that my job is over now. Arjun says at the end of the Gita that Nashto moho smriti labda tvatpasadam maya achyuta cito asmi gatam seda karishye vachanam tava. Destroyed is my delusion, and recognition has been gained by me through your grace, O Achyuta Krishna. I stand firm with my doubts dispelled. I shall act according to your word. This is positive thinking, and this is necessary. This is called dhruti, steadiness of the mode of sattva, goodness. A person should give up weak thoughts. I'll show you 2 or 3 experiments if we have weak thoughts coming into your mind. Sometimes people get wrong dreams or wrong thoughts when they're sitting down. They say that, Dhruv, we're finding what you're saying to leave weak thoughts, but look at our minds. We do not get anything else apart from weak thoughts. I'll show you 2 or 3 small experiments to get rid of weak thoughts. The first is that as soon as weak thoughts come into your mind, then get conscious about the fact that these are weak thoughts, and immediately at that time, take 2 or 3 deep exhalations as if you're throwing out that weak thinking out of your system. If a lot of weak thoughts are running through your mind and you wish to become free from them, temporarily leave the place in which you're in. This is because thoughts and the place are very closely linked. If you're sitting on a sofa at home and getting weak thoughts, then get up there for 10 minutes and leave the sofa and go to the balcony. If you're getting weak thoughts everywhere in your house, then go and travel somewhere for a week. Change the place. This is psychological. After this, your thoughts will change. And the third experiment is to make efforts to get positive thinking through a scripture or by listening to a satsang, a holy discourse. The reason for this is that weak thoughts do not have their own existence. If you were to ask me in truth about weak thoughts, then they're just the consequence of the absence of great thoughts. This is just like darkness not having its own existence, but darkness only comes when there is no light. In the same way, negative thoughts only sneak in when positive thoughts are not there. Otherwise, negative thoughts do not have any strength of their own, and they can only stay inside. Whoever says, remove the darkness, how can darkness move out the way? If you try to remove negative thoughts, then it will not work. You have to shine the light. You have to bring in positive thoughts. You should tell the mind that, mind, think about this. You should change it around. And if this happens, then the goal becomes clear. If I were to say it in another meaning then of dhruti, then it's patience. Today, patience is lacking in society. People are becoming very impatient. Kachalal's wife went on a business trip. You remember Kachalal after a very long time. And there was a son of the age of 6 months. The wife would always tell Kachalal that I have to look after the child and there's a lot of responsibilities. I have to be very careful and I have to do this and that. Kachalal said, what responsibilities are there to look after a child of 6 months? The wife said, you look after the child. And when the circumstances came, Kachalal said, I will look after the child. Kachalal's wife was going on a business trip and she could not take the young child with her. Kachalal said, I will look after the child. Kachalal put the child in a stroller and was moving around in the garden. The child kept on crying. Kachalal made a lot of efforts at the beginning to make the child quiet, but you need a technique for a 6-year-old child. Kachalal tried very hard and told the child, son, keep calm, son, keep calm. The son would not keep calm. He would cry more because there must have been another reason for it to cry. Kachalal would not understand because it's just science when a child cries, and only the mother understands this. When a child cries, and the first thought that the mother gets is that, is he hungry? No, is it not time so it can be hungry? Then the hand of the mother immediately goes to the nappy. Only the mother can understand while the child is crying. This is because there must be reasons. How can Kachalal understand what the reasons could be? He kept saying, son, keep calm, son, keep calm. The child did not become calm. Half an hour went, 45 minutes went, and Kachalal kept moving the stroller. Then he would begin moving the stroller with speed, saying, Kachalal, keep calm. Kachalal, keep calm. He kept saying this for 10 minutes, and a lady from his society came and saw that the child had been crying for the last 45 minutes, and Kachalal was saying, Kachalal, keep calm. Kachalal, keep calm. The lady came and said, such a lovely child, why have you called the child Kachalal? Kachalal said, no, it is not the child's name. It is not the child's name. The woman said, but you are saying for Kachalal to calm down. Kachalal said, what I'm saying is for me. I said what I had to the child at the beginning, but now I'm getting so much impatience that the child has not stopped crying, and therefore I feel as if I'm going to press him soon. I'm getting so much anger, and that's why I'm telling myself, Kachalal, calm down. Kachalal, calm down. What I mean to say is that this is impatience. A person should have patience. It's a very great quality to have. Everybody in society has become impatient. Everybody wishes to finish their goals very quickly, and they do not wish to put in the efforts and hard works that are necessary in order to achieve them. I often say during my discourses that students wish to complete their education quickly. Children wish to grow old quickly and get married. Married people wish to get quickly divorced, etc. This is a very difficulty. Everything there is, people wish to do it very quickly. People have no patience. I should be in Covent Garden in a stand-up comedy today. People wish to earn money very quickly overnight. It is the case in each and every field. And also, it happens in religion that people want things very quickly. But mangoes do not become ripe very quickly. In Gujarati, there's a saying that the fruits of patience are sweet. Mehnat na phal meetha hai. Even this has been misinterpreted, and people say that by being patient, we are just lazy, lying here lazy. If there's a fire in a house and Kachalal is sitting outside, our people are saying, Kachalal, there's a fire in your house, and Kachalal replies that the fruits of patience are sweet. Everything will be fine. Then this will not work. At that time, efforts are immediately necessary. Thinkers say it very nicely that you cannot just say that the fruits of patience are only sweet. Rather, the fruits of patience of the mode of sattva goodness are sweet. This patience of the mode of sattva goodness is necessary. Shri Krishna says that these are the qualities of dhruti, steadiness, of the mode of sattva goodness. One needs patience of the mode of sattva goodness. Even in religion, people do not get patience. We say to read the Gita and it's nice. People say that life is very long, we will read it later. What else will we do after we're 60? Have patience. They tell us to have patience and that they will read the Gita. Oh, clever person, begin reading it quickly. If you read it quickly, anyway, be quickly able to put it into practice and you will be able to see its effects. One should have dhruti, steadiness of the mode of sattva goodness. What is dhruti, steadiness of the mode of rajas, passion-like? This is explained in the next verse. Ya yatu dharmakaram arthan